Remember, see you there.
Thanks for joining me again today on Generation Next. My name is Anwuli Onyekong. Like we always say in this program, this is a program where we discuss issues concerning the youth while trying to proffer solutions. And today on the program, we are going to be discussing one of such issues. My name is Anwuli Onyekong. Welcome back. You're still on to Generation Next. Today we will be discussing apathy for education, and luckily enough I have two very vibrant youths in the studios who will help me do justice to this topic. On my right is Amechi Aniagba. Amechi Aniagba is the CEO of City Ride Empire. Amechi, glad that you're here.
Thanks for having me.
I equally have a student of one of the Nigerian universities. She's Anita Eze. Anita, glad that you're here.
Thank you.
All right, Anita, I want to start with you. As a student that is still in school, I want you to tell me what you understand by the word apathy first before we go in depth.
All right. Apathy can be can be said to be the indifference or disengagement in any activities, which can be educational, political, religious, or otherwise.
Thank you very much, Anita. Anita has told us that apathy simply means lack of connection, lack of motivation, lackadaisical attitude towards whatever anybody does. Amechi, now tell us, what is apathy for education?
All right. Once again, thanks for having me. You know, when you talk about apathy, it simply means the opposite of something else, which is enthusiasm. So we are looking at the lack of enthusiasm, lack of interest in education. And these are evident when you notice that students start losing interest in education, focusing on other things, being distracted, you know, even truancy comes in when such attitude is developed. So I would rather say that apathy in education simply means lack of interest, lack of enthusiasm in education.
All right, thank you very much. We've been talking about this apathy for education, and I begin to wonder whether it just started now or it's been there and we didn't see it coming. Anita, did apathy for education just suddenly start, or it's been creeping it gradually on us?
All right. Apathy for education didn't just start today. It has been there for years. It's happened, like, it seems it's starting now because of the circumstances. You know, in the olden days, we found when the white men first brought in the educational system, we found out that parents didn't allow most especially the girls to go to school. There was and they really believed in education. They really believed that good things will finally come out of it, because the government, like, I think there were job opportunities then more than now. But as time goes on, we found out that the government no longer cares. Like, they don't want to have like, you find out that most people at the higher level in Nigeria government system are not even graduate. They don't even have secondary school certificate. Most of them buy all those things with money. So in that case, students now, like, most youths, when I like, since this going to school will not fetch me job, since it won't fetch me, since it won't provide job opportunity for me, so why then should I waste my time going to school, wasting 4 years or 5 years, as the case may be, in university, and coming back again to go into trading or learning other skills. So it didn't just start today. It has been there for years now.
All right, thank you very much.
To add to what she just said, you know, as long as it does not affect you, people hardly notice.
Okay.
See, this thing is like a drop of water, which was not mopped when it was just a drop. Now it has become an ocean. And if you look at it, you find out that we also have, factors, catalysts that has contributed to this apathy of education. 9, they told us that the future belongs to the young ones. Yes, you're the leaders of tomorrow, and this is something we've heard over the years, and now we are here to see them implemented. And then you look at, just like what she rightly said, those are the apex, those are the helm of affairs, usually don't consider that education, especially when it comes to their interest. So if I analyze, it seems like education is only important only when it favors you. Education is only important only when you're not, dragging something or contesting for something. So it didn't just start today. And because we've neglected it for so long, it has now become a problem in the society, which as the day goes by, people keep seeing more reason to drop out.
All right, thank you. From what Amechi and Anita just said, it simply means that apathy for education didn't just start now. Probably because prior to now, the environment has been friendly. You will graduate from school, you will get a job, probably get a house, afford the basic things. But by the day, it kept getting worse. Now, a graduate is difficult to fend for yourself. So probably somebody looking from outside will now ask, the youth looking from outside will now ask, is it worth my time? It's better I go the fast way. All right, thank you very much, guys. Now, what signs do we see? How do you know when somebody is losing it? When the interest is not more there for a youth? Amechi?
There are so many signs to see, but the one that is very clear, that you don't even need anybody to tell, is truancy. He stops skipping school, giving excuses, 1,001 reasons why you wouldn't have to go to school. There are no lecturers, there is this, there is this. You always have one excuse to, justify your truancy in the school. And I say another one is, you notice they start talking about education. They start talking about something else. Now the recent swag, now the slang now is Mbada.
What's Mbada, please?
Exactly. That's what Mbada is.
I don't think I've heard that.
Mbada is like, when you see, Mbada is the victim of a fraud. Like when you're doing Yahoo or whatever you call it. The victim who sends you money is Mbada. So most times you start hearing something like Mbada this, Mbada that. Nobody is actually talking about how can we change. Okay, now we have a normal car. Why can't we, create our own car that will, work with our own environment, with what we have? It could be electricity. It could be. I remember one advert said that one day cars will run on water. Nobody's actually talking about that. We now notice that this particular person have many reasons to skip school. In fact, at a point, you find out that this is something I've seen. A teacher had to go to the parents' house to ask the parents, why is your child not coming to school? The parents said, no, this guy leaves house every morning.
Every day.
He leaves house every morning. And even the school fees for first and second term, he has not paid. And the parents gave that money. So if the teacher didn't actually pay attention, the parents probably assume that this guy is going to school. So truancy is one of the major signs you will see, aside other many ones.
All right, thank you, Amechi. I want us to go back to, you talked about something about Mbada, and I bet you this is my first time of hearing that word. And you said it has to do with something, the fraud.
Yeah.
And from what you said, they discuss it openly. But I would rather think that these are the things people do, and they do it quietly, that no one should hear. But these days it's like it's celebrated, they talk about it freely. How do we get to this point?
Nobody questions the source of wealth anymore. We celebrate success, what we term success. Because if you're looking at success, Vincent Norman Peale said in one of the books, Amazing, the Results of Positive Thinking or something,
right.
He said that success is being part of the solution and not part of the problem. But what we celebrate today are people who contribute to the problem, and then it's about perception. We see them that they are successful. One, because they have cars, because they live in a big house, because they throw money everywhere, and because, designers and all that, they make you want to, they make you attracted to a life you cannot afford.
They become your role model.
Cannot afford. And because you have seen that this lifestyle is actually good, You want to know how. And then in most cases, there are some who are genuine, but in most cases you find out these are also people who are also into, when you say you have not heard of Mbada before, that's because you don't know the meaning of Mbada. You might think Mbada is an antelope.
Yeah.
So if I don't explain it to you now, you will think it's just
I think you have learned that. So probably tomorrow, if I hear them talking about it, at least I'll know what they are talking about. You have friends in school, some are your lodge mates.
Yes.
What do they do? Tell us now. What do they do? And you know that these ones are losing it.
Adding to what he said, you'll find out that most students that have lost that interest in going to school, most times they will never, whenever you're discussing with them, they will never like see anything coming out of, anything good coming out of this education, out of this educational sector. Most times, okay, when you're discussing with them concerning the rich men in the society, people who matters in the society, they always tell you that after all, that one no go school and he's making it. So what is the need of me being in the school here? So they'll never see anything coming out of school. They'll keep telling you of those who failed even after being educated, or those who failed as an undergraduate.
And they were getting to see those that made it.
Those who made it.
Exactly.
They'll keep making use of this owner of Facebook, what is his name, Mark Zuckerberg or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, they'll keep making reference to that man, forgetting that in one way or the other, that man has a certificate. Even after owning the Facebook, they always tell you that he came from a poor background, that he could not go to school, he could not do this and do that. Forgetting to tell you that even after being the owner of the Facebook, maybe later in life he got certificates in one way or the other, which is making his name known worldwide today.
Thank God, at least you're the voice of the youths here. Thank you very much. Now, Amechi, can you tell us the causes of some of this causes of this apathy? Why are the youths losing it, or why have they lost interest in education?
All right. Just like I apply in my practical life, I first of all ask the root cause of a problem, not just the symptoms. Okay, we tend to blame the larger society, but indeed it started from the home. Now imagine when a mother is comparing his child to someone else. You understand? Not be your mate with this and that, and then forgetting that these things there are certain things that takes time. All everybody cannot make money in the same moment at the same time, and I cannot going into another business simply because somebody Mr. A is making money there does not guarantee that you will make the same money. You should find your own footing. So, but to go back in those days, you find out a parent will want a child to be a medical doctor, but this person has no interest in that. In fact, he's not even good in that. So when he becomes frustrated, he starts missing classes. And also another thing is when you also look at our curriculum, you find out it seems like we have been left behind. We are not upgrading it.
Yeah.
Why don't we teach what is necessary, not what is written? I remember when I was in school that I was being taught Kobo, Pascal. Who is talking about Kobo today? Who is talking about Pascal today? You understand? We have gone beyond that. We are talking about AI now. You understand? So when you look at this, some of the government, it's time for them to recheck those curriculums. Let us take out what is no longer relevant. Because the solution to the problem of 1975 can never be the solution to the problem of 2000 this century now. So we need to separate what is necessary from what is on the table.
All right.
So that's just.
Thank you very much, Amechi. Anita, do you have any addendum? Do you have whatever to add to what Amechi just said?
All right. One of the problems of causes of apathy for education in Nigeria can be said to be not having support from your family. Kind of student needs support in so many ways. It can be financially, it can be. Let me tell you. Okay, today is okay. For instance, in my school, you can find it. Okay, there was a day I met one of my classmates. I noticed that every day after lecture, she stays behind. Even when everybody will be like, I'm very tired, let me go and get something and eat. The girl will stay behind in school. Okay, then one day, it happened that I had the opportunity of talking to her. So I asked her that, I told her, let's go back to the hostel. And she said she don't want to go, that she wants to read. But I noticed she was not reading anything. She would just be there. At times you find her sleeping. Like most of my friends would be like, most of them will call me when they sleep for lecture hall. They'll be like asking me what's wrong with her. I don't know. But that day, like I had that courage to talk to her. Then I found out that this guy in question, in a month, her monthly allowance was 2,000 naira. Imagine a student in this present Nigeria economy and everything, that in my school, you know, a pen is sold for 150 naira. That is pen for writing, 150 naira. Wow. Then talk of food to eat, clothing, all those, and she's a girl, she needs to take care of herself. People need support. Do you know that girl can decide to drop out of school? Yes. She can be frustrated. She's already frustrated. She just needs lovely people around her. She just needs caring people to be around, and she's very intelligent. Some parents, they actually have the money, but they don't have the time.
Hey,
they can never have that time.
Parents, they are calling you out now. Anita, please call your children.
Then my mom called me. What she told me was, "Idajude Semadi." Something. Can you imagine? Idajude Semadi. Okay, am I now the one to call you and ask you? Okay, she can't call me to ask me of your daughter. Ask me that how are you?
Anita is angry now. Anita, I get your point. You call your parents and they call you.
Yes, I do call them, but the statement she made that they really got me angry.
She was calling me
missing me. What does she mean by missing me?
Anita, thank you very much. It's definitely Anita is on fire. Anita is angry with parents. Parents, please, once in a while, if you have children outside of your house, put a call through and find out how they are doing. It definitely and certainly means a lot to them. It's still Generation Next, and we are going for a break. But I tell you, we will all be back in a bit. Don't change that channel. Welcome back. We are still discussing apathy for education, and Amechi and Yaba is still here. Same with Anita Eze. So Amechi, now let's go to the effects of apathy for education. What happens when there is loss of interest in education generally amongst youths? What do we envisage?
We envisage the worst. Doomsday. It's a time bomb. It's actually a time bomb. You know, just like sitting on a keg of gunpowder.
Yeah.
Reason being that we usually think that it ends with the individual. It's not true. One, by the time you lose focus, lose interest in those education, you probably might not want to get something that is called skill. You just want to get rich. And in the quest to get rich, you are willing to do whatever it takes. And in your motivation to do whatever it takes, you will start hearing something like, it's better to die quick than to be rich and die quick than to grow old and be poor. So you start hitting those lines. And when you start hearing those lines, it's, whether I like it or not, it has a way of, playing in our subconscious mind. So when these things happened, and eventually he has tried everything and he did not succeed, where do you think he will focus? He will come back to the society.
What has been playing in his head.
And then every type of vice you can think of will definitely come to play. So the effect is, like I said, it is enormous. One, it becomes a nuisance to the family. Imagine in this family where you have, because we cannot, let's understand that there are involuntary dropping and true answer.
Yeah.
Like what she just said.
Yeah.
The lady would probably be frustrated and she wouldn't want to go into the street. So if she drops out now, that kind of person may want to find something because she wants to succeed. She's intelligent. But there are those who just want to, this gets rich quick syndrome. You look at the role model you call the role model, and they don't want to see the long road they took to that destination they are. You just want to make it overnight. So when such person is affected by selfishness, because you did not think about your parents who were sending you to school, and did not think about the community where you're coming from, who you're supposed to be part of the change, and did not think of the society who probably with your ideas might change some certain things going on wrong in the society. You did not think about even the future of your own children that you're going to bring into the world. So it ends up being a vicious circle of disaster.
Disaster and calamity.
So it's enormous.
The effects are enormous. Please, Anita, do you have more of these effects?
All right. In addition, this one of the effects can be discouraging the younger generations. Yes. And this discourage can be linked to what he said. It's not just like, even when you as a student, you don't want to engage, like you're no more interested in education, it does not just stop there. People around you, like, okay, you can see the situation of a boy of 14 years telling you that I don't want to go to school, I won't make camp. You don't want to go to school, but you won't make camp. How did that thought
come into the child's head,
his or her mind? It is probably from the higher, from the older ones.
Yes.
Because this Yahoo or fraud we are talking about does not just start from okay, it started from a smaller group of persons or even one person, and it kept spreading till it got so bad like this. We don't just get here in a day. It started somewhere, and we are here today. And things are not even getting.
But what amazes me is that the youths, they decide to just channel their focus on one part. Don't they see young, vibrant youths are educated, they are doing amazingly well? Don't they see them?
Yes, they see, but then, okay, they see.
They don't have the patience for the longer route.
And the truth, let me just say the truth. The truth is that when you look into the Nigerian system today, most people that are rich, that are making it, those people that their name matters in the society,
are the ones that
85% of them are not even educated. 85% of them don't even see the 4 walls of university.
That's the celebrities,
and they're doing well.
And these are the people the youths.
They'll be like, I didn't go to school, and look at me today. School no be everything. You
School
can still
scam.
make it. School na scam. Slangs like that. I have friends that like. Most people in university today are here because of their parents, not even because of they want to learn. They are not interested.
I think every parent knows this thing.
Yes. So one of the problem, like it's really like one of the effects is this discouragement from
the younger ones. Now we've gotten the effect. So how do we get ourselves out of this mess? Because it's a big mess. How do we come out of it? How do we sensitize the youth? How do we conscientize them to know that education is key? Amechi, what do we do as a people?
First of all, it promotes growth in the sense that there should be reward, not necessarily monetary terms, but it should help a child to discern his future. Most times, allow them they don't know better, but it can guide them towards that same direction you want them to go. And when you talk about education being scam, I just want to tell people that I remember when we were saying that there are no jobs, and I asked myself, if the job comes out now, are you qualified? So I think, I believe it's still to be safer. It's better to be on the safer side than to be, living on a sentiment.
All right, so Amechi, you're telling us that it's safer to go to school. At least carry down your certificate, hold it, because you don't know what the future holds.
And you should be able to speak and write.
All right, thank you very much. Anita, how do we come out of this mess?
Okay, now, I think one of I know some of my listeners may be like, I'm always in support of the students. Yes, I'm in support because I'm a student like them. I know where, like, he that wears the shoe knows where
it hurts.
Yes. Okay, I can tell you that sometimes one of the problems that makes people not to go to school any longer these days is financial problem. So you find out that every day the government keeps increasing school fees every day. Okay, do you know there is no more difference between the federal university, state and the private universities? On the norms, federal universities, we are not even meant to pay more than. Okay, let me just say more than.
Subsidized.
Yes, we are not even meant to pay more than 50,000 naira. But as of today now, I can tell you that imagine as a federal university student paying 200 and something thousand.
All right,
naira. So the government should please.
All right, thank you very much, Anita. You've been speaking up for students, and teachers. Please. The huge amount students pay equally discourage them from furthering their education. Thank you very much, guys, for having kept up with us here in the studios. We've been talking about apathy for education, and you agree with me that this is a cankerworm that has eaten deep into the fabric of our society. Right. And I pray that we look for a solution so fast, and this includes the family, the government, the churches. We should put our hands together to conscientize and sensitize the youth that there is nothing wrong with going to school, and that get rich quick syndrome should be put away from their head and mindset. My name is Anwulio, and thanks for watching. And on behalf of everybody in the studio who has kept faith and made you watch this program, I say thank you. And the Amechi and Nyaba, thank you for having come to our studios.
My pleasure.
Anita Eze, I'm glad that you were here. Remember that this program comes up next week, same time, same station. Make sure you stay tuned. Bye-bye.